What's going on, world? It's March 2nd, 2016, Workout Wednesday. Me, Pizzo, Mick, and Geller. And just want to give credit is due. Thank him, the one above, for allowing us opportunity to come together midweek. We'll jump right into it with our cheat sheet. There you go. Pull it up. And here it goes. Uce Juice. Slogan, never-ending boost. This is more than just another drink. Dare to turn your dream into reality. To inspire a generation to go further, instill confidence in oneself, and transform into a new you. Motivation, determination, and patience. Strength, unity, and peace. This is our recipe for you to succeed. Join the movement. WhwJuice.com. The bottle type, 20 ounce, 591 milliliters. Heat Sedan Core Powerful ET. Polyethylene, terephthalate, bottle diameter and width is 2.582 inches. The bottle height, 8.5 inches. Net weight, fluid, 619.1 grams. The gross weight, that's the fluid and the bottle, 659.1 grams. The finish, 38 millimeters, and the bottle weight is 40 grams. Nutrient size, 8 fluid ounces, 240 milliliters. 60 milligrams of natural caffeine per 8 fluid ounces, 150 milligrams of natural caffeine per 20 fluid ounces. 150. Serving per container is 2.5, and then the calories is 70 per serving. 175 total. Calories from fat is 0. Total fat, saturated fat, trans fat, 0 grams. Cholesterol, sodium, 0 milligrams. The total carbs, 17 grams per serving, 42.5 total. The percent daily value is 6%, 15% total. Dietary fiber, 0 grams. The sugar, 16 grams, 40 total. Protein, 0 grams. Vitamin A, 2%, 5% total. Vitamin C, 8%, 20% total. Calcium is 2%, 5% total. And the iron is 0%. The benefits of the ingredients is apple reduces bad cholesterol levels and enhances the cardiovascular health of a person. The risk of getting heart disease is reduced significantly. Helpful for weight loss, improves the functioning and health of intestines, combats constipation effectively, cleans liver and kidneys, and reduces the risk of kidney and liver disease, improves digestion, and eliminates harmful toxins from the body. Contains antioxidants which prevent different kinds of cancer. Vitamin C, very good for lungs, and it lowers the risk of asthma. Mango juice improves memory and concentration, prevents mental weakness, rich in beta-carotene, which prevents heart disease and other ailments, combats poor digestion and acidity, very effective for liver disorders, rich in vitamin A, so it's good for your eyesight, makes the complexion fair and the skin soft and shiny. Pineapple contains the enzyme bromeliad, a natural anti-inflammatory that encourages the healing of bruises and swelling in the body. Bromeliad can reduce arthritis pain and postoperative swelling. Promotes good digestion by helping the body break down proteins, cell growth, tissue repair, and the body's production of collagen, a protein that plays an important role in the healing of wounds. It helps the body metabolize fats and absorb iron. Noni, protection against the development of cancer, exhibits anti-tumor properties. It is an immune booster and is considered one of the most nutritious fruits. Many of its nutrients are known to stimulate the immune system, considered a digestive stimulant, traditionally used as a laxative. Has been found to be 75% as effective as morphine sulfate in relieving pain without the toxic side effects. Effective against bacteria and fungus with active compounds like anthraquinone, scolopectin, and terpenes. Taro is a root vegetable grown in semi-tropical climates. Taro has a low glycemic index. A low GI means that taro affects blood sugar levels slowly without the peaks and crashes of a high GI, which leads to increased hunger later on. Eating a diet of low GI foods can help prevent diabetes. Contains good amounts of vitamin A and C. Tropical banana contains good amounts of antioxidants, minerals, and vitamins. Replenishes energy and revitalizes the body instantly. Vitamin C helps the body develop resistance against infectious agents and scavenge harmful oxygen-free radicals. Malic acid is an organic compound that is made by all living organisms, contributes to the pleasantly sour taste of fruits, and is used as a food additive. Natural caffeine, the raw green Arabica coffee bean, is considered to make milder, less bitter coffee. It is the Adam and Eve of coffee beans, grown in Ethiopia as well as 70 other equatorial countries. Impectin, a gelling agent, used as a stabilizer in fruit juices, gives you an excellent mouthfeel with taste consumers expect from fruit juices. And that is our cheat sheet for the day. I just had a quick, couple updates. The most important one, and then we'll get down to the sales. It's a new month. Made it out of February. Now we moving on to March, and we got more goals that we need to set and achieve those goals. So with that, I just want to update you guys with the meeting that I had today with Cecilia Rohr of Shell Corporation. We met today at 10 a.m. and we went over the whole discussion that we had was to basically put together a plan for us as a partnership, Uce Juice LLC and Shell Corporation, to run a special with spring and summer coming up. So what was the reason that this was brought up was because of the fact that we want to get all of these accounts to sell 11 cases a month. And by before we had challenged them, and that was kind of us like going at it like solo on our own, because we never emailed Cecilia to really have that extra support and push, because those are her people. And we thought that we could just go in there and just talk to him, and it worked for the most part. It did. There was some solid managers really pushing the issue, and that's why we've been able to be successful out of our biggest account, which is Shell. As far as Whole Foods, yeah, it's the biggest retailer account, but Shell as moneymaker, we all know that's where we generate the most sales from, because they have more outlets that we're in, and it's combined as a whole total. So this year was about how do we take it to the next level. As far as the sales team, for us, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to see how we can get more out of our biggest selling accounts. And so that's why we went in today, discussed with Cecilia what we want to do. It's pretty simple. We're going to run a 10 and 2. We're going to start this thing in April, and we're going to run it for 3 months to June. We're going to run a 2 for 4. So what was discussed in the meeting was the breakdown of profit margins, what they needed to make. And even with the 10 and 2, they still don't make an 18% profit margin. It's based on just buying it outright, like for case. Like they spend $246 on 12 cases. She's not including the CRV, the extra $1.20. She's not doing that. What she basically is doing is just taking that $246. She broke it down. It's $1.71 per bottle. They sell it at $2. It's basically, the 2 for 4 is basically, that's 14.5% profit margin, which is really low. But what she likes about it is the $2.99, keeping it at $2.99 because of what we've talked about in the past and what we use in our arsenal when we go to speak with retailers. We use the 50% of consumers are just going to want one, and 50% are going to take you up on the special. And so with that being said, 52% profit margin based on a $2.99 SRP. And that's what they like. That's what she was telling me. She said, yeah, this is what we're going after right here, because from their research, they noticed that a lot of people weren't really taking the two for deal, but they'll still buy one. And so, hey, They want to run this special. We're here to partner up and to hear their needs. The biggest thing was POS material. So, we really are going to crank this out. We want to set up this meeting. We want to set up this meeting for Redwood City. We got to set up a date come next week because April is around the corner. I want to get this POS manufactured, produced, and have it on hand so that when we roll out this special with Shell, that we have POS to assist in that effort. The best part about this is Cecilia is willing to go the extra mile. And what I mean by go the extra mile is, like I said, we try to go in there specifically on our own and talk to these managers one by one. But, it would have been easier on us if we would have just went directly to the source and had the source push out our message, because she's willing. And that was the best part of the meeting. She's all on board. I told her, what we had went through the past, and now we're learning. We want to continue to build up this bond and relationship with her because, to be honest, she has a wealth of knowledge as far as retail game. She's our key, to giving us game and insight, because she's willing. And that's the biggest thing. Like, she's willing to give us this information that we need so that we can apply it and use it towards other retailers. I learned a lot of things today as far as when we were having the conversation. Like, our breakdowns for profit margin, we're going based off of, okay, what they're spending, right? What they're spending on the case as to what they're going to make. Yeah, that's the right way, but she showed me a new way as far as what they're looking at in particular. They don't even, like I said, they don't even count the CRV for those 2 free cases. They broke it down to the bottle the unit expense and what they're selling for, and it's like 29 cents, I guess. Yeah, it's like 29 or something cents. That's what they make on the 2 for $4 deal. A lot of people is not gonna run that special. You know what I mean? They're not willing to it because they don't believe that more people, are that 50% of people, is gonna buy the one. Most retailers, and we've noticed this too, it doesn't work with smaller moms and pop stores for the simple fact that they're looking at it like, nah, my customers, they're only spending this, so the majority of their customers actually will take them up on the special, as compared to gas stations, because it's on the go. And she put it in perspective. She said most of the people at the gas stations, they come in and they just buy one because they're already, they're gone. They don't want 2 drinks. I mean, some will take it, but most of them, they just want something, bam, and then out the door. And that's why they're able to work on a small profit margin for that special with us. It's going to be our job. I asked her for inside tips, as far as the managers, how well does she know them? What is some things that we can do on our end to really, hammer in our message and get them to be motivated to push this product. Like, I referenced the managers of the past. The managers of the past, the reason why we were getting traction and turnovers was because these guys really put it in the heads of their employees to push this product, because they felt it was a part of our community. They felt a part of the movement, and they felt involved. At the end of the day, that's all we talk about. The more the more we make people feel involved with what we're going on, the more effort they're gonna apply into helping us out. So when we send out this email to Cecilia with the incentive programs, she is gonna send it directly to the managers, so everybody's gonna be on board. We're gonna take that next step to actually getting them their shirts. That's the biggest thing too. I'm gonna keep in constant communication with Cecilia to get all sizes. We'll start off with the top, the top retailers first. Because they want to do something like Tuesday or something, Tuesday Uce Day or something like that. She had made up. It was hella funny, like Tuesday Uce Day or something, where they all wear their shirts. And we've talked about this in the past, but we never said anything in stone with them, and then we never got to supply the the retailers with the apparel. Some of them we did, but for the majority, if we're going to run something like that, it's important that they have as much advertising about the product on, so that we can run the special and be effective. All right, dudes, love you.
Let me eat.
Happy birthday! I'll
Can
see
you
you
bring the kids Saturday?
on Saturday, all right? Love you. Happy birthday to the little dude.
So thank you for everything.
So she not like
Yeah.
I wasn't invited. All right, I'll see you guys Saturday.
Okay. See you. So back to what I was saying. For Cecilia, or for the whole show team in general, we're gonna really push and make this happen, because the objective is to get these like 8 accounts. I think we discussed, me and Pizzo, like 8 accounts that we can win out of, like real deal. And you guys can do the math in your head, but if you have 8 accounts pushing 11 cases per month, that's huge. We're getting a consistent movement and turnovers. That's what we want. Obviously Marina's going to order a lot more in quantity, because that's just their account, but they're going to have a different incentive, because they're that's how we do it with them. We're going to still stay on that same page with Marina. Everybody else will structure out different incentives, but we want to kind of start them off at that 7 to 10, like we did. We want to try to start them off, because that's really that should be motivation. You do the numbers as far as 10 cases, that's only 120 bottles that they have to sell. You break down the math and we give it to them, and it's not really that many bottles, especially at a 2 for $4 special at each of these locations. I told her, no, however we do with this 3 months of sales, however we do, we're gonna see what we want to do after, because the summer is still going to continue. It's only going to be June. They want to run it from April to June, and we still got the whole summer. And then our big part of the season is when the kids come back too. So we kind of want to we put the pressure on them to sell these cases, and not only that, but be able to support. That's the biggest thing. They want our support. That's what we're going to give them. We're going to run these specifically for these accounts. And just imagine, we get them on a consistent basis for a whole 12 months. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're fighting for. That's the direction we're headed in as far as a sales team. And that's why we have to we're going to have to get this POS cranked out within a week or two, because like I said, April's coming, and spring is coming, and summer is coming, and beverage season is here. And that's what we gotta remind ourselves and take that all in. As far as she already sent me the numbers too, but I'll dig into that. I'll get into that, and then I'll get back to you guys. But for the most part, 2 months in, what you guys, as far as the sales team, how do you guys feel your performance levels are? What do you guys think that we can improve on? Because I'm going to show you guys right now what the deal is, and then I'll get February, right? So this where is this? I'm just gonna go back. I'm gonna do the same thing I did for the month of January, but we go back to 2015. 2015 in the month of February, out of the retailer end, we did 135 cases, and we made $2,088. That's what we were able to do. This year, let's see what them. Did we improve this year? Unfortunately, we didn't improve, but we made more money out of the retailer end. That's kind of weird, huh? So how do you do that? Well, huh? Yeah, well, the specials. So we say, how do you sell more? Yeah, how do you sell more cases and then you end up with less? And that was because there was a special that we did with premium beverage, if you guys remember them guys. And that, all those buyback expenses that we had to incur, all of that, and that's why it ate into that uh that number right there for last year, 135. So I mean, I'll take it, I'll take $100 more, whatever, any day. So we did make more out of that, out of the retailer. And this year, as far as direct to consumer sales, what was this? Direct DTC. Oops, February DTC. So in February of 2015, DTC, 13 cases, 2 units. This year, 25 cases, 21 units out of DTC. So it's really 26 cases, and then the change. So what is that? Anyways, we generated in 2015 $485. This year we did $833.16. So that was an improvement for direct to consumer sales. I'm gonna this last year we did gray hoodies in February. If you guys remember, we did make $920 off of that. This year, we did 2 colors. We did a crew neck, the black one and the red ones. The black ones we got $731.85, and then the red ones is $680. So if you do the math, obviously, what is that? 15, yeah, somewhere. I don't got it in my calculator right now, but 680, 731, 0.85. So it's about
how much?
680. Like just put $680 plus 731.85. So it's basically $1,400 from that. And then the events in February of last year. February of last year, we did 2 events. 286 from the Saco softball tournament and 231 for the Central Coast Throwdown. The amount of cases that we sold, 15 cases, 5 units. So what was that? 286, 231, 7, 11, and 1 up there, 5. 500, over 5. This year we only sold 4 cases. 5 was to Keikai. But the overall, here goes the magic number, is from last year to this year. We did what the hell is? All right. So last year we did 4,100, 4,110. This year we did 4,547. So it's a couple $100 more that we generated. Still, we still topped our February numbers from last year. So, but the main goal is, once again, we want to be more consistent as far as trying to reach a certain number in a month. What is that certain number? 10K. We want to do 10K out the retailer. That's why it's important for us to plan, to put together, certain promotions that we want to run, especially with Shell, because they have the most outlets, and then we just hammer it in. Like, this is going to be the come up. We got to just stay true to this grind. I mean, yeah, okay, it's cool having a lot of accounts, but we did the math on what 11 accounts can do if they move a certain amount of product each and every month. That's why it's important for us as a sales team to communicate with the retailers that we want, that are willing to work with us and take this vision of ours and help grow it and take it to the next level. This stuff isn't, we're not just going out there just for fun or just, we're really going out there for a purpose and a reason. And this is the reason, because we only did 4,500. We don't want to stay on a level like that. We want to get higher. We want to push ourselves. We want more. We always talk about follow us on a path to more success. This is what it's about, thinking another step ahead. Like, what's the next step? Okay, we just did 70 cases to one account yesterday. That's a good feeling, right? Made 1,200 on just one delivery. Took us less than 30 minutes. It took more because we're out there, we're doing everything, and we're wearing all the hats ourselves, but we got the video footage popping. We got Snapchat, Instagram, and then we're out there hustling to deliver, make sure that we're restocking the coolers, make all the thing, make sure we're communicating effectively with the owner of the establishment so that we can continue to run that promotion for them. And we even want to get it to a higher level for our biggest account in Santa Cruz, because if they're moving 5 cases a month, just imagine if they get to 10 cases, 20 cases, and it could happen because they're running 2 for $4 specials. And so once again, that adds on to the bigger picture. If 8 of the 8 shell corporations, we add on AJ's, that's 9. Deluxe, we got them to drop the price to $2.99, and Pizza went out there 2 days in a row. So 4 cases, had to make 2 deliveries basically, because of the way that the people were it was so easy. It was easier than a $3.69 sale. And once again, it was because of communication with him. They didn't even want the product no more. He said, man, I gave the product away. I thought it was going to expire. And I told him, like, nah, I just made that delivery. That was our latest batch. And he said, okay, let's just try it again. Let's try it again in 2 cases. And I said, man, if it's really going to work, we have to drop that price, man. I know you guys can work off of smaller profit margins. $2.99 is the magic number. I'm telling you, we set up, you see how we do with our samplings. We set it up right here for $2.99, I guarantee. And what happens? Bam, bam. He said, man, I want, call us for next week, but it's raining this week. So that's the only downfall. But come springtime, the hope is to get Deluxe Foods to buy in bulk. And that's what we're going to do. I'm going to communicate with Derek, because he's going to see us on a consistent grind, because I really want to focus on three accounts, really. The other accounts, it is what it is. We'll still check up on them, but for the most part, AJ's, Deluxe Foods, and what is the Seacliff store, because Seacliff moves product, and they're moving 5 cases. Oh, and Aloha Grill, my bad, four stores in there that we want to focus on, that we have to push it. The other accounts that are shell locations, once again, we have a support group there that's going to be there, our brand evangelist when we're not there. So once again, it was $4,010 that we made in February of last year with all the sales. This year we made $4,547.81. Improvement, but we can't be satisfied with that number. It's too low. If we're trying to feed each other, right? That's the main thing. Like, if we're really trying to feed each other, we're gonna have to push it and get that number up. We got to get that number up. You just got to think to yourself, if we're making 10 grand, every month, it's 120K. Now, if we're making 10 grand just through one outlet, and then we're making, every month, and then we're making 10 grand out of another outlet, it adds 120, and then it goes up 240, and then it goes up 360, and just keeps on going up. It's the outlets, how to draw the traffic to these outlets, right? We're trying to reel them in, and that's the name of the game. For us as a sales team, I really strongly recommend that we get on our basically our grind, not just relying on the retailer end, because we know it's slow days. I've said this before. When there's no work, it's just we can't do nothing. When the weather is bad, or we just can't do nothing, and we're just in a position where we could be using our time wisely to prep and plan and put together, a plan of attack to go and hit these other avenues, which is what? Amazon, online, www.whjuice.com. How we spending our time. If we really want to step our game up as far as sales, that is where it's going to be at. It's going to be using our minds while we're not in the field. We're just sitting back and we're like, damn, let me read something on how, we can get back, or we can grow ourselves. How can we grow ourselves through our online? How do we drive traffic to Amazon? It's these little things that we should be thinking about, because that's progressive, right? Relying on one gazelle, because Shell is a gazelle, right? Retailer outlets, they're a gazelle. Direct to consumer, that's another one. Online, that's another one. That's 3 gazelles just right in there alone. So it's important that we take, we heed the information that's coming in, because that is the true nature of an entrepreneur. Think about more. What else to me, so that we can be able to support, what we envision. If you think, all these guys that are making a certain amount a year in sales, like all these guys that are in sales and they make 100K, 200K, whatever, they're making that a year. You know why? It's because they're busting the moves to make that much. They're figuring out different ways to bring in more revenue. Just imagine, like I said, we got AJ's. We just made one delivery is 1,200. How many more? Like, if you really think about it, I know we talk. Just imagine you hit for 5 of those in one day, right? You got 70 cases to 5 locations. Pop, 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 and that's one day out of the month. Say it's not Amazon where 70 people just buy cases, or half of that buy 2 cases. Who's to say? You got a charger? Good luck. But that is why I stress these things to you guys, because of the fact that there is so much more out there for us, for all of us, and if we just commit ourselves to just one specific thing, let's just say one all the time, that's going to push what to do. Hey, can you hear me still? Or?
Keep cutting in and out.
Yeah, okay. I just got a charger, so. All right, but the end of this, I'm coming to an end right now. But like I said, man, I wanted to hear from you guys as far as what do you like? I always ask these same questions, and I hope it doesn't get old, because it shouldn't. You should always be always trying to look for more. Okay, what am I missing out here? How can we really improve and use? Because we don't have business intelligence, how do we use our own, intuition, or how do we use our own skills and knowledge and information about what we're witnessing in the field, what's not? Those are the things that all that data is why we get to a position where we can just go and set up a meeting with Shell Corporation and just be like, hey, man, we want to run this. It's because we really were in the thick of it. We need to train. Like, this is how our mindset should be, because we're not going to be in this position forever, right? We're not in this to just sit in one position. No, we're in this so that we could train somebody else to take over our spot, because we got bigger things to take care of. So your mindsets, like all of ours, should be like, okay, if I'm training myself right now to do everything to get to a magic number every month, but I'm looking past that magic number, because now that magic number is that's just the start. I'm looking at the one that's going to put me in a position where now I just have to just make the calls. That's all my job is. My job is to come up with ideas. My job is to continue to lead a sales team to grow our sales even more, 10, 20, 30, 200, 100, 200%. Those are the things that, like, for us, that we should be taking into consideration, and we should be making ourselves, more like we should be more thoughtful about how do we attack, like coming up with more strategies, more plans, and to go after this thing, because I mean, I'm telling you, man, we find that little piece, we add it to the puzzle, and it takes us to another level. The grind is hard. I can't stress that enough. But I'm hoping that every level that we're getting to, it should like really do something to you as far as how hard it got just to get to the first level. So I'm hoping, you know what I mean? Now that is what's keeping our interest, and I believe it is. I mean, the steps that we continue to take, I don't think that if we're taking these steps that people would, still be here. I think we would all just fell off and, oh man. But I feel confident that the steps that we are taking are in the right direction. And for us as a whole, we need to get this in our head. Like, man, what is the next step? Like, what can we do for the next step? What is the next idea? How could I better myself in my position? What is out there that I'm lacking? How can, is there a conference that I need to go to? Because even with that, hey, man, I think, man, looking into something, hey, man, I found this thing out. What do you think? It's a business expense, right? We have capital like that where we can send our sales reps to a little conference. I'm not talking about something that is expensive, but I'm talking about something, that you probably have found that is local in San Francisco or whatever. I'm just throwing out ideas, but it's important that we start to, start thinking like that and get in our mind, on a level, because 5 years is coming. 3 years is coming. Let me get to that first. 3 years is almost here. And that was my goal. I'm like, damn, man, it's a couple months away. $1 million in 3 years. We're closer than we were 3 years ago. Don't get me wrong, but we could be a lot closer in a short span of time by applying, our effort towards finding out information to how to generate sales through these different outlets, these different avenues, and applying that. That's the biggest thing. So those are just some things to think about. Do you guys have anything, like for me, as far, like I said, for sales, this is all about sales. Anything for me, like so that we can help our job, help you guys do your job better. And then the plan, like I said, we need to start talking a lot more about like certain plans, because right now it's kind of like we're just in motion. We're just like, whatever comes our way, we just attack. We've been here before. But we shouldn't just be like that. We should just be like, man, what more? What more? Because I'm telling you, man, I'd rather have it's cool. It's cool to have a 70 case delivery, and that's cool, and you call it a day. But we should be like, how do we do it? How do we duplicate that? Get more out of it. How do we do that? How do we get these things to go faster, man? How do we do that? And that's where your brain, the mind has to be spinning, because if it's not, then we'll just be satisfied with our efforts, and then we'll just keep on looking at sales like this. Oh, damn, we just made a couple $100 more than we did last month. Don't get me wrong. It isn't a step in the right direction, but I'm just saying, I feel confident in us that we can do more. We can. And if we're looking to do more, then we are going to do more. But if we're not, then we're not going to do anything. We're just going to be like, oh, got the call. Let me just go make this delivery. We're dead. We're good. But that's something that it's going to take us to really recognize and really commit to it. But with that being said, man, anything you guys, like, as far as sales, pretty much the same, or what kind of thoughts do you have as far as March coming up? We have a certain amount that we need to meet this month because we had a big month of last year. We did 6K and just retail ourselves alone. So we already, we got a K right now through retailers, 5K. How are we going to be able to match that? And not only that, but surpass that, because we've shown that in January we passed. Well, we got better, right? In February we got better. We can't allow ourselves to have a month where we drop. You know what I mean? Because right now is not the time. Like 3 months in, we got momentum. We got momentum right here because now we're looking at, we get Whole Foods for free. We didn't know that in the past. The samplings, that's coming up too. Did anybody think about how they'll start to order? You know what I mean? We cut our price down per case. Let's get serious about it now, where they can drop it to $2.99. We'll take that. We'll eat that cost, just so that they can buy in bulk and sell it at a price that people are going to be willing to, where it's going to fly off the shelf. I'm not saying that it won't do it at that number, but I'm just saying that I know that we could sell so much more product, getting that price down to $2.99, because that just feels like the comfortable feel for Uce Juice right now. But yeah, I know anything.
Nah.
All right, cool, man. It's simple, man. I know. Here goes the thing. The reason why we talk a lot is because we're about action. If we don't talk, nothing happens, right? We're getting shit done. That's the positive. Keep your mind optimistic. Everybody. The shit that we're doing, I see it in you guys. You're having fun. There's like a fire under you guys. That's a beautiful thing, because it was kind of missing. It was just like we're going through the motions, but now I see it lighting back up, just through post. And when we're out there and we're spitting and we're just fucking around, but in all honesty, it's real game. We're giving it to the people. We're not holding back, and that right there is what this journey was all about. This journey was never to put somebody in a box. This journey was to get everybody out the box. And what I mean by that is really tapping into that inner greatness. It's crazy because we're watching this movie earlier, Kung Fu Panda 3, and I'm not, saying that, find hidden gems in other cartoon movies, but I just happened to notice it in this one today. And they were talking about inner chi, and he's like, man, I'm trying to help you find you. And Po, the panda, he didn't get it. How are you going to help me find me? What does that mean? I'm going to help you find you. And the thing was, when he came to the conclusion, he was like, oh, that's what it is. Not trying to conform people to someone that you think they should be, but help them to find out who they really are inside. And this is all from Kung Fu Panda. But we're getting that's the crazy part, is because we're looking at, there's so many things that we're saying that's being said right back into our face through advertisement of movies, other companies, the list goes on. That's why it's important to keep your head up, because no matter what, man, we got some bright days ahead. It may seem slow. It may seem like, we're not making noise like that, but we are. Like, for real, as far as a company, we're making moves that we need to make in order for us to continue to grow this company organically. And we have to be proud of our efforts, but just know, there's always that just know that we can even go that much further if we want to. That's the key. If. Major if, So it's our decision. With that being said, thank you guys for your time. March is here already. We're already 2 days in. Seemed like the month already passed, but April is going to come, and we're gonna run these promotions. I'm not really. We're going to put together the plan, but I want to focus on March. We gotta go. You know what I mean? We got to top that. I think we did 7K in the total month of March. I'll get the numbers to you guys, but we did 7K. So we got to tap. We got to do what we need to do on our end to make sure that we pass that. I don't want to just settle for, okay, we got it. Nah, that's not the point of this year, especially this year. That's not the point. We want to surpass. So as far as the sales team is concerned, I know you guys better be thinking about July. Because when we ran, July, right? Or June. My bad. June, right? Yeah, we ran, Guys got to be thinking about that. That was a big month for us. Over 10K. Wait, was it 19? 19 in the total month. Yeah, it was like 19K in the total month. You know, you guys got to be prepared. We got to be prepared. I'm throwing it out there right now because I want you guys to be on your toes. I want you guys to say, man, you know what? We got to do what we got to do to get this number. How are we going to do it? You guys know the routine. When stores get low, hey, we need to buy back right here. You know, you guys, we've done this enough times where we know the accounts that we buy back from. You know what I mean? Just to get that order in. That's got to be communicated. We do this for a reason, right? You know, so those are the little things too that we need to look at and say, oh man, this is actually a strategy that we use, a plan that we use, that we've implemented when certain specific locations get down to under 5 cases. We go in there and we buy back. How are we going to get this? You know what I mean? Let's do it. That being said, thank you guys for your time again. All the praise, glory, and honor to the Most High, for He is worthy. We love you, Lord. In Jesus' name, thank you for a successful meeting. Amen.